Hello, and welcome to Year of the Vampire. Today we watched Stakeland.
You usually say this week.
It's been a weird day.
I mean, yeah, it has, and this was a weird movie. Not necessarily weird in good, though, which, from the sound of it, people that have seen this, that talk about it online, would probably disagree with us, because people seem to really like this movie, and I'm not really sure why.
It kind of gives me, like, Zombieland vibes.
Yeah, I mean, the title doesn't really help.
No.
Anyway, let's get into it. Story's about Martin, a teenager whose family gets just eviscerated by vampires the first, 2 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, basically.
He's saved by Mr., I guess, is what he's called, this dude on the cover, who's a famous vampire hunter. Yeah. And they want to go to New Haven, which I guess is... New Eden, excuse me. Which is...
Canada, apparently.
It's supposed to be like a place safe from vampires, but people say there isn't anyone there. And you know what? Come to think of it, I don't even think it's ever told to us why they even want to go there.
I mean, if what they're saying is true, it'd be to get away from the vampires.
Yeah, but people say there's nothing there, though.
Yeah, a few people are saying that.
They think that, which he's like, well, we're going. It's like, but why? I don't know, and I guess along the way they meet a couple more people. Well, they meet groups of people, but they bring along a nun, I think. Well, she was wearing a nun outfit when they met her.
I'm pretty sure she was a nun.
This bar singer who's pregnant, and then this dude who was just being, manhandled by a cult group that's pretty prevalent in the movie.
The Brotherhood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes them seem like they're just like some post-apocalypse cult, but I thought they mentioned something about them doing stuff before the vampire stuff really started happening.
They made some comments that suggested that, and it kind of makes it more confusing. But yeah, they follow the vampires.
Which I guess are created by a virus. Now, for a virus that creates things that are weak to sunlight, and for it to be them to be able to survive in sunlight, like the people that have the virus, that aren't fully changed. Don't ask me how that works. Maybe it does. Maybe it's complete bullshit. I don't really know. Oh, shit. We have been talking about this. Acting. What'd you think of the acting?
One more thing, though. They really don't go into detail where the vampires go during the day.
They don't go into detail with anything. We hardly learn anything about anyone or any event or any place.
Anyways, yeah. Right. But anyways, the acting was not amazing.
For what little we actually really see... The best it's probably good that they were in a forest a lot of the time because their acting was almost as wooden as the trees. No, I'm sorry. I'm serious. Every character in this movie just seems really one-dimensional and kind of boring.
Yeah, each character had their kind of thing.
How the movie
there wasn't much else.
How the movie is filmed doesn't help, which we'll get to that in the next part. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It just kind of seems like the characters all fit more very vague archetypes, and that's just for the little we know about a handful of characters, because most of them are just pointless background characters.
One other thing I found was weird that the, secondary main character named Martin, he barely talks.
No, he is the main character.
But, then there's also Mr., who doesn't stop talking.
Okay, well, that's the thing. Martin is the main character, but Mr. is the protagonist, and it makes a lot more sense when you realize that Mr.'s actor is one of the two people that wrote the movie.
And I'm just saying, it's kind of weird that the guy has more... Martin has more dialogue in the last 10 minutes of the movie than he does the entire movie. Though he does the voiceover monologue.
A majority of the things spoken, or at least half the things spoken, are Martin's
inner voice?
Yeah, they're him narrating things that happen, including backstory to characters. Because that's actually what we wanted to get into the next part, the sound and music. A lot of this movie is just sounds and music, because most scenes do not have dialogue. People will say very little to each other, and a lot of it's just them going from place to place with ambient music.
Yeah. It really is just mostly ambience, aside from a few bar scenes, I suppose.
Yeah, we learn, like we just mentioned, Martin tells us the backstory of basically everything and everyone, and doesn't even do that good of a job. I mean, yeah, you get some dialogue between characters every once in a while, but like scene to scene, it's a lot of them just walking around or driving, and like it being suggested that they're talking to each other. They know each other, but we don't really get to know the characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, music was pretty good. Like, it's a pretty decent score, just instrumental, really. Except for that part where there was like bluegrass. I was hoping they'd play '90s ska, but I guess I just am made to be disappointed.
They played a variant of "Where Did You Sleep Last Night." It's like the only song I actually recognize in the entire thing. It's kind of a traditional song. And I think the earliest recordings was from like the 30s.
Oh, was that the song they were playing before the Brotherhood? I think it was just started dropping vampires on them for some reason.
It was the pregnant chick who sang that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was during that scene. But
she looked different in that first scene than she did the rest of the movie. I got confused because I thought they might have recast her, but
no, I think she's just like kind of all prettied up because they haven't gone in the woods with her yet. And then it's just after they left.
That's a weird thing to say.
I don't know how to describe it. It's just
cinematography. There's not really anything to say about the cinematography. Like I mentioned, it's a lot of scenes of them walking in the woods or driving or finding like one of 8 different little communities.
Half the camera perspectives was either just the camera still framed in one single shot and everyone's just kind of interacting in that area, or else it almost looks like someone's just holding a camera and walking around with it.
Come on, they had a few panning environmental shots when they were in the car, which was a good like 40% of the goddamn movie. We can only imagine the kind of conversations that they had along this journey, because the movie sure didn't fucking tell us what they were. Even though we also don't know how long this movie takes place over the course of, because like the woman is pregnant. I forgot her name already.
Yep.
Like, that's just told to us because she's not showing, but by the end of the movie she's like several months pregnant and very visibly going to give birth soon.
Yeah, they don't really talk about the time, and the movie doesn't go out of its way to explain it. You just kind of see the seasons sometimes change.
So I'm gonna just say it was pretty close to a year.
It was kind of confusing either way. Anyways, what do you think about the
special effects?
Yeah,
I mean, there was mostly blood. The generic bloody-mouthed vampire with pale skin, which looked suspiciously like zombies with a couple longer teeth.
Yeah,
they acted like them too.
It definitely felt more like a zombie film. Most of it was just practical stuff.
That's the thing. Like, this is, you said this is technically a lower budget movie. It was like $625K, I think, which I get it being a lower budget movie or technically a lower budget movie, but I don't think that really excuses it for being as fucking boring as it is.
It was long and not enough happened.
Yeah, it's just them going from place to place, occasionally killing vampires with pointy sticks that looks like they got in the woods.
Or dealing with the Brotherhood, which really makes me confused how they're almost
How'd the Brotherhood get a helicopter and drop vampires from them?
I'm just saying, they're like everywhere in half the movie. How did they not get out of the area faster? Or how big is the Brotherhood's area?
Oh, yeah. And, like, I don't even think it was their leader, but the leader of that group, like, gets turned into an intelligent vampire, even though every other vampire is, like, borderline brain dead.
Yeah, that guy was reoccurring since like half the movie. And
they put like some weird like electronic filter on his fucking voice.
Okay, that sounded pretty bad. Yeah,
that sounded so
voice effect. It almost sounded like a post chorus effect that you'd use on an instrument, not a voice. Anyways,
it just sounded really echoey and tinny. But
yeah,
we're talking more about this. We had a lot more to complain about than really. I don't know. All in all, I had higher hopes for this movie. It looked interesting and people liked it, but I just found it really boring and tedious.
It's free on Tubi if you really want to watch it.